Oh.
My
But
phone
you know, I
ring is
have not ever
Yellowstone.
caught on that. I mean, my kids have seen it,
Oh,
watched it, but
my
I've never
goodness.
watched
This
it.
is like
I
the
know it's
final
quite a
season.
phenomenon, isn't
It
it?
is
yeah.
a phenomenon.
I just
Yellowstone.
never-
You doing
Yeah, I watched it the other night too, yeah.
Did you watch the first?
Hi, I'm good, you? Hello, we're seeing good things about Pryor. That's awesome. Yeah, that's nice. Good, good. Did we get the bluegrass thing again?
Sure, where'd you get that?
Stephen Red.
Good gosh, it was the best it's ever been, I'm sure. They got stage music. Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
It's 100% not the city of Pryor holding it up right now. So
and this
Okay.
100% will not happen on the same day as it did last year. We do know that.
With the damn
and
gin
then
and stuff.
100% will not go against the Fairborn or the fair.
Okay.
It's not 100% appreciated.
We're on live, just so you know.
Well, you know what, though?
We're on live.
Is that just the only date you
Hi,
have?
everyone.
Just take it.
All right, let's get this thing started.
There's some
All
reason for it if you want
right,
it.
so we'll call the order, the Pryor Creek Rec Center Board, regular meeting Thursday, November 14th at 2024 at 5:30 PM, and it's now 5:32. Item number 2, minutes, approved minutes of the October 16, 2024 board meeting. Those minutes have been provided for you.
We.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, we
So,
push
just
it.
go ahead, I'll let you explain.
Yeah, well, I think Rebecca's not here, so we'll talk about it, right? So I didn't get them from her before she got out of town. So we'll just take those and I'll have them for the next meeting and
So
we'll,
no action on number 2,
Approve it
we'll
at
move
that
that to the agenda for the next month's meeting.
Did she send a link or something? But I got an email from somebody that had a link to the minutes that were posted on the city website. Was that just the agenda?
no, well,
I think that was something.
yeah, that was just the agenda.
Okay.
It came from here, yeah, because I didn't, they asked me this morning for them and I didn't have them,
Yeah,
so.
well, I didn't open it, so I thought.
Yeah, it would just be the agenda.
I got it right after the
Yeah.
text exchange.
Okay.
Or maybe she emailed them.
Yeah,
She's in Tahiti.
yeah,
Nice. I wouldn't be
yeah,
emailing.
yeah.
She's probably not gonna be sending any minutes. If she did, I'd be
You
mad
have
at her
to,
because
you have
she
to
did.
scold her.
Right.
All right, so no action on item number 2. Item number 3, petitions from the audience, limited to 5 minutes. Advance reservation, no one is interested in us, so. Item number 4, take nominations to select board member who will serve as the board vice president. And I brought this up last meeting, just so that we would have someone that if I can't make a meeting, can step into this position to manage the meetings. So,
So do I suppose we take nominations,
Take
or do we
nominations.
have anybody particularly interested?
Be a peer nominee.
yeah.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, peer to peer.
So,
Put your head down, is anybody interested in doing it?
I would say before nominations are put forth that during the seasons, I'm real hit and miss. So I would be interested, but
Yeah,
I think that would maybe preclude.
could present a problem. Okay.
I nominate Karen.
That's who I was
Okay.
gonna nominate.
Okay.
I second that.
I don't miss too
nomination.
much, but if we're traveling, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will do everything I can to make every single meeting, so we never have to put you in that position.
And I'll try to
But
run it
if I'm mad
like
at
you
you,
do.
I won't, and then you can come.
There you go. He's always got all the stuff, right? And if I make a mistake,
can't be
it's
mad
a
at you.
nice
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I hope not.
So, all in favor for Karen? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Item number 5, take nominations to select board member who will serve as board secretary, which means it's also taking notes. And I'd say Rebecca Kemp.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
And when she asks why, I'll say because you were enjoying Tahiti.
yeah, we're making you pay. Yeah.
All right, item number 6, discuss possible recommended council action to approve the 2025 Rec Center Board meeting schedule.
Did I get?
Those have been provided for you guys. Yep, right here. So if you'll take a look at those, and this is good to have it, so
They're
we can put
still-
on our calendars.
Oh, yeah.
They're all second Thursday, as we change for this year's.
Okay. Second Thursdays, yeah.
It'll stay the same, basically.
Anybody, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Doesn't look like any kind of conflicts or anything with
We can
holidays or
always change
anything.
and do
Yeah,
special
yeah,
meetings
but I'm
if
thinking,
we
I
do.
don't see holidays specifically.
Yeah, they, I think scrutinized it for me for that, Courtney,
Yeah.
so. Should be okay.
I say that we approve.
Motion made by Cook,
A second.
second by Jamie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7, discuss possible recommended city council to approve seeking bids to repair interior duct on pool HVAC unit. This unit is spitting out pieces of insulation into the pool and onto the pool deck.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all are aware, but that's happening. There's little pieces of just basically the fiberglass insulation that's inside that ductwork. It's starting to disintegrate because of the chemical air, right? And so I did have Jayco look at it because they've been on premise a lot. And so I had him give me just a preliminary estimate just so I'd have some idea. And that was 15 grand. And mainly he said because of the material. But what'll have to be done, you got to get inside there. And it's 10 feet in the air. It looks like they would have to go in through by the custodial closet behind the front desk on the men's side. And, you know, so it's after the drop ceiling, it's just air. So they have to get in there and get a handyman lift, get somebody up there, then have to cut a hole to access it and then spray it. And I think that's kind of layman's terms. That's not, he drew me a diagram. But I figured because it's a big enough expense, it looks like, that we probably better get some bids on it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so that's kind of what we're dealing with. So we just, and the idea I think is to coat that with some special material so it hardens it and it won't, you know, won't spit out. Because it's getting into the pool, and of course it gets into the filtration system. And people see stuff laying on the deck and see it on the bottom of the pool. It's just obviously not a good look.
Actually, yeah, I've noticed it. I thought it was human waste one time.
No, it's just I had a couple pieces on my desk, you know, it's just, you know, and it's just a fiberglass insulation, so it is kind of like it's.
So they don't have to scrape it out, they just spray over it?
Yeah, I think at least that's what he said.
Right.
So we'll get some, you know, we'll put it out. And I was looking, you know, we got the new purchasing deal, you know, and that in there doesn't require I don't think a paper, put it in a paper type bid. It requires me or whomever, the purchasing agent, I guess that's me at this point anyway, for us to, you know, get 3 written bids. So, so we'll see what we can do.
Does the person, and I've seen that on the agenda, Mayor, and I'm putting you on the spot. Is that purchasing agent thing for anything that's being purchased for the city?
That'll end up being for everything.
And does that include the enterprise?
Yes, it'll blanket the entire city.
And so how will that work? Did all the bids go in front of the purchasing agent, or there's
Well,
someone that's?
At this point, we don't have a purchasing agent yet. I mean, that's not been done. So basically what it's gonna do is it's gonna outline the procedure. So if we've got a project that's gonna be 15, right, we're going out for bids. If it's gonna be 26,000, then we're going out for sealed bids, et cetera. That's all gonna have to go through the standard bidding process that we do normally.
Okay.
What that purchasing manual is gonna do is put it in black and white.
Oh, so it's a manual?
Yeah,
It's a manual.
Oh, I
they've
thought
developed
that
a
was
manual.
person.
Yeah, no.
No, and so
Well, there will be a person,
areas of the
ideally.
city will perceive that as a change,
Mhm.
but it's not a change, it's just solidifying
Doing it what
statutes.
should have been
the way
doing
they
the whole
should
time.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what we'll do, there are some things that we're looking at, for example, like with, some of the street stuff, as we're going through these big, multi-$100,000 projects with overlays and things. We're looking at that, and we're taking in advice, from some of these people that have worked on that, are working on that, subject matter, on how to refine that process for the city as a whole, and eventually, those kind of things will come away from like Infrastructure Solutions doing it, which is our engineering group, to the city doing it ourselves.
Okay.
Then, so that way, it puts the transparency out there so that we're doing it, we're following the process, there's no, did we miss a step? the only way we would miss a step is if we didn't go down the checklist.
Okay.
And so
Like that.
that bidding process will be the way it's required to be. Sealed over 25. We have to put it out there on, in the paper. We have to put it out, request. If we don't get multiple bids, we don't get multiple bids, but at least we followed the process. And then we can say that we went out. If we go out for quotes and we specifically target a couple of people, we had this with the ACs, and we target, just throwing out some names, Melton's and here, and Jayco and B&B. We need to at least notify that those are the ones we reached out to. And we didn't, or we did get from them, but the idea is that this'll just transparent that process. It'll give black and white. It's something tangible that we'll be able to hand to every board member and say, read it so you know. And we'll follow.
Okay.
Does it behoove us to go ahead and put it in the paper that we're accepting bids? Not a sealed bid, but just we're still accepting bids. I mean, I can make my phone calls, but just to cover ourselves, I don't know if we.
I think once the council gives that approval, then we'll
Yeah,
go ahead and start.
right, yeah, we gotta go to council, but.
I'll entertain a motion to approve item number 7.
Second it.
No, I have to have one of you guys make a motion.
I'll make,
Oh,
I'll
I'm
make
sorry.
a motion to,
I'm- Okay, Jamie.
Motion made by Knopfinger,
yes.
second.
Second.
Second by David McFarland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, director's report.
Okay, all right, well, got just a few things on facility and maintenance. So, our big units in, they gotta come back and do a little bit of tweaking, and so we can get into the system, the Aon guy does, but it's running and it's working, and, so far so good. I haven't got the bill for it yet, so that's good, that stretches it out so we can generate some income before, but it's, it'll be $99,000. And you'll see in the financials in a minute, we have paid Jayco $50 for the installation part of it, so that'll show up here in just a little bit. I have talked to Seth. The quarterly maintenance is getting ready to begin, and so I told him by the first of the year I'd like an analysis of the remaining units that need replacing and kind of what state they are, so we can start looking at which one. And he went ahead and he did talk to Aon a little bit about some pricing on this stuff. So I said by the first of the year I'd like to have it all together. So hopefully that's the goal, because
So you're just doing an analysis of where we stand.
Yeah,
we can evaluate the risk,
Yeah.
and then decide if we want to move forward strategically, replace one along the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Don't need it. No more 279.
no, I think that's the nice thing. We got the big one done, or almost done. So
We need a
yeah,
BOGO. Buy one, get one free.
yeah, exactly.
Or at least half price.
Or a
Just saying.
multi-purpose purchase discount or something.
Somebody get a bonus for what we pay.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of it. We did do a little bit of maintenance painting around the pool. I don't know if y'all have seen. There's a strip of concrete that goes around. There's some caulking that needed to be. So we just decided to go ahead and paint that little. It's blue, kind of makes it stand out. And kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So
Yeah, that looks nice.
it wasn't
Very nice.
it wasn't very expensive either. So that was good. Okay, finances. Unless y'all have any questions. So your first sheet like this, your packet, this is August, official through August. And this sheet, the second sheet, the long sheet goes with it. Of course, this is all the detail. Just a couple of highlights. You can see in August is when we got our grant money. So we went from being in the hole to being out of the hole. So, to a positive 36,000. Through August, we're on track. We spent 2% less than what our budget says, so that's good. Swim team we had a low income on the revenue side, but they were off in August, so that's why that is. Other than that, there's not. It's pretty much been business as usual in terms of expenditures.
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen a change in the utilities since we went to LED lighting?
Not a lot. I'd say some I should have brought. I got the 5-month deal. If you look back here, a couple more pages to this page. That's got the utilities on it, and I had Katie just punch that in.
This one?
Yeah, I think maybe this year it was offset a little bit. It didn't show as much as saving because it was so hot and our ACs ran a lot, you know, into the fall. So I budgeted 150, thinking that was just a little high. You know, we're kind of on about a 12,000 a month average, roughly.
Yeah.
So that's 144,000. So I think we're going to kind of come in probably right
So,
on.
yeah, so you can see the increase. So July it was 10, and then jumped up to 14.
Yeah.
But that's probably as a result of,
And that's, yeah, and you know, it's
August.
really,
So hot.
it's, and you know how it is, that's the July bill, the money was the June usage.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing, so,
It was so hot
Yeah.
for quite a
Yeah.
while.
so,
well, we had an air conditioner that was down and working double time.
that's true too, yeah,
Okay, so,
exactly,
all right, okay,
yeah,
good.
exactly. So anyway, we're cruising, so then this sheet, the official, this is, you know, I've got this sheet, this is the official, and I only put the official financial statement info on here in summary, so you can see, and, you know, I've got I know I got all kinds of stuff going on here, but if you look under,
What are we looking at?
we're looking at the revenue expenses, official.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, and again, we only got official information for 2 months, so that's all that goes on this sheet. So you can kind of see, you know, in August, we got our 67,000 for grants and donations for our lighting project. Everything else is, you know, kind of the same month to month. And then when you go to the bottom, you can see our net revenue last year versus this year. But then at the very bottom, that's where kind of the rubber meets the road, because you can see our cash fund, and if you go left to right, you can see, you know, how we've spent money over this last year, you know, because last August we had 308,000 in it. This year we had 78,000, you know. But if you know all that, you know, $280,000 worth of HVAC expense. You know, plus, well, it'd be more than that now. It'd be 330,000 because we paid Jayco. So, so anyway, you can
So
just,
that negative, so that cash fund in July 2025, it shows a negative 14,000.
yeah, this past July.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we at the end of, remember, if you remember,
Yeah, because we had the budget change, and so that showed a negative balance until the new budget.
yeah, and because at the end of the year, remember we had showing a negative 222.
Right.
You know, and so that carried some, you know, obviously that somewhat carried over because we're carrying that cash over, and so we were down. We had some incomes to help that offset a little bit, but yeah, it's a lot of money's been flowing.
I would expect, and as I look at so the revenue, the last revenue we show coming in is September 2024, or no, August.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So next month we see September, and then we move into October's.
yeah.
I would expect
And if,
October for sure to go up, and September, because I've seen those numbers, because they both increase in our municipal taxes. I would expect us
well,
to see.
and when we'll get to
Higher
this
revenue.
sheet, some of that info's on here.
Okay.
So we'll get to that here in a second. And, you know, Courtney, I know she's struggling to keep up because September, I think she's going to be spitting that one out anytime. I was hoping to have it because, you know, we're 60 days behind. But,
And probably because I'm on this microphone and everybody can hear me, there is a lag time when it comes to getting all
Yeah,
this stuff done.
yeah,
We
that's just-
experienced that on the city council.
Yeah.
When I sit on the city council,
Yeah.
it is not the minute you get it, you can
Yeah.
record it. There's a lag time for in municipalities,
right, and
their
they're fine.
finances, there is a lag time.
Typically 48, 50 days to be
Exactly.
exact.
Yeah,
Because we
So-
always, I ask that question all the time, why are we seeing financials that are 2 months behind? But what I didn't realize was at that time is there's a lot of things coming in and out, there's a lot of moving parts to make that happen.
well, and so the next sheet, though, this one, the next bit long sheet, it says you know, fiscal 24 versus fiscal 25 monthly, official, unofficial. So the information that I do have,
66,000.
pardon me?
66,000 in sales tax revenue, is that what you're showing under?
Yeah, in October, yeah, 60, that's real, that's what we had.
Okay.
So, if you back up a couple months, you know, you can see, just coming off of August, the same net revenue through August at 36.8. Then from that point forward, it's not official, you know, because we're working off of the stuff that we do in-house. You know, Katie takes the POs and she puts them on the expenses and puts them on this sheet.
But look at the increase from, so in August of 23, we were at 64,000, and then 24 was 58. So we had a drop off, but then in September of 23, it was 53. September 24 is 58, so we've seen an increase.
Oh, on sales tax, right, exactly.
Sales tax. I'm looking at the revenue, the
Yeah.
automatic revenue, we know it's gonna come
Yep.
in, because that's,
Yeah.
that is revenue that's sustainable revenue.
Continue, yeah,
To a certain extent, but I've watched these over the years, and it's always been in that 50, 50, 50s, 48, somewhere, but to see it at this 66 and 61
Yeah.
tells me that, based off the festivals, the Bluegrass Chili Festival, and the increase in taxes,
sure.
because you guys may not know this, but in October, we did over $1 million in taxes. We're number 2 on that list of cities behind Claremore,
Wow.
Second time this year.
second time this year, so that's exciting to
That
me.
is.
To see the tax revenue, because that means all the things that we're doing
It's working,
within the communities is working. Revenue cures all.
yeah, exactly.
Revenue will take care of everything.
Yeah, most all.
And so remember too, one thing for November, when we get to November, you know, we got a little shot in the arm because we got another $12,000 from Cherokee Nation. That doesn't show up on any of this yet, but it will next month.
That's right. I'm looking for the pictures for that. I hadn't seen
I
it.
hadn't seen anything either.
Because I was gonna
Yeah,
post it.
usually Danny puts something
I
out.
looked on Facebook and everything.
Yeah. I didn't either. So anyway, but also in October, that's where the actual 50,000 for the install for the HVAC is gonna show up.
And now you had to go negative. on it.
Yeah, I know. It's because on this sheet, you can see it, when the
Paper
October
bills.
is reporting, you know, we're a negative 10 grand down. But not getting that bill yet for the HVAC unit. I'm just, you know, and it'll be a net 30, so we'll be paying it probably on day 30 or close to the end, just to give us a chance to generate some more revenue, because I'm trying to protect our nest egg. So we'll see how that goes.
Good job.
So, just, you know, on this sheet though, the expenses, the little sheet, just a couple things, just, you know, I went through, you know, kind of, you know, if you compare month to month, I was looking for some of the spikes, either up or down. We did spend a little money on the Halloween, we had a Halloween carnival party, had good attendance. I think we were up close to 300 kids,
That's
parents
great.
and kids. It was a good crowd that night. So that was good. You know, our resale, we stocked up, so that's a little high on the expense side, but of course we'll get our money back on that. And then some. And then aquatic supplies was a little high, but about every, well, I guess, let's see, yeah, July, so we're about 4 or 5 months, we got to buy a big load of chlorine in bulk. So that was $1,600 just about in October. So those are just some of the things that, you know, were maybe a little different than usual. But we haven't really spent any money on anything else. You know, trying to hold the line a little bit to get the HVAC unit paid. The only thing kind of concerns, well, not the only thing, but you know, the membership, you know, is down. We're down about 7% over the last 3 months in total, 7.5, 7.7. So, you know, monitoring that. But the biggest drop was really in the nation, because we're down 54 from last month to this month, or from September to October. So, you know, that fluctuates. But that was a little bit more of a drop. But other than that, some of them were actually up some. And if it hadn't have been for that, we'd have gained some back.
Why don't you kind of discuss what you and I talked about today, this morning?
In help me out.
The new gym.
The pardon me? Oh, the gym?
The new one in town.
The new one. Oh, yeah, yeah. We do have a little bit of new competition. It's in that strip mall over by Hibbett Sports, I think,
I
right?
just saw that.
Yeah,
saw it.
and they're doing, I think, 24-hour. Jesse went over there to check it out one day, and you know, he said it was okay, but you know, we're still just, you know, we're multi-purpose. But and if you look at our other categories of membership, really have fluctuated, and some of them are actually up some. So over last month, so it's really not impacting us too much, I don't think, at least at this point. If we can, you know, we've offered the climbing connection, and if they take that, then, you know, we've talked about several things, but I had a couple brought up about in the dungeon, and that's one thing we talked about, maybe doing the heavy lifting stuff in the dungeon, you know, and get a couple of platforms, you know. So that's your deal, isn't it? Did you lift that big weight, that heavy weight, Dave?
Jeremy does.
Yeah.
Partner does.
Yeah.
And
So,
does David.
yeah.
So do you.
What do they offer over there? I mean, because it doesn't look
It's
like a very
primarily
big
cardio.
space. Okay,
Yeah.
do they have classes?
I don't think so.
And that's what we
So
were
it's
talking
just
about
work
this
on your
morning.
own stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking about, we have so much more to offer at the rec center, including the pool,
Yeah.
which no one has.
I tell you, the pool's big. I mean,
And then, you know, some of it maybe too, and I don't think most people really were concerned about the price increases, but some of it, I will say that with the economy the way it's been, I've seen it across the board, especially with my membership at Chambers. People are not spending ancillary money,
Yeah,
but I have a feeling that's about to change.
yeah.
So I'd be interested to see in the next few months kind of where this goes,
Yeah.
especially after January.
Well, and I know I've got last year's membership on here, but that's also, I was talking to Kim before I came, that's also out of the old rec track system, which I really don't put a lot of faith in. So once we get to February and start moving forward again, then it's a clean slate, yeah, with the new system. So, and that new system is really going well. So that's the skinny on the membership. And then the Cherokee Nation sheet on the back, the very last page. I get an update on that. Like I said, we dropped a little bit from 523 to 475 in total. And I send this to Danny, and he gives it to the chief every month. And
But again, because they, and I want to attribute to that, because they have to pay their part of it,
right,
and they may not have the ability to pay it right now because things are so tight, and then they'll come back.
yeah. Well, Danny told me he's committed to keeping it going. So, and so far, you know, I think that's going. I don't have any reason to not believe him.
So just for the board's chief, Deputy Chief Warner came down with his entourage and took a tour of everything. Mike showed him around. He and the mayor was there, and we took a picture where they issued us a $12,000 check to go towards those Cherokee Nation memberships. And they also gave, at that same day, $115,000 towards the shooting range.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
So that's good.
I tried to get them to give me one, but they wouldn't.
I know they're doing a lot right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty active. Okay, moving on, aquatics. So we had 14 public parties, 3 private last month, doing 36 private lessons and 9 group swim lessons. We hosted this Fitter Faster event. Tina Bilby, our swim team coach, initiated that. Ali Kalafala was the Olympian that came and instructed. He's,
Oh, from Egypt, or,
yeah, he's originally from Egypt. He lives in Edmond. He's trying to become a U.S. citizen. And so he's one of the instructors. They go around the country and they put these on. You know, we got $1,000 ran out of the deal. And they were very impressed with everything and how, because Jackie was there and Tina does a good job. And so we'll probably get them again and maybe some more. Plus, she said that there was a couple of families from Bartlesville that came down, and they were impressed with the whole operation and our facility. And you know, that's where some of the competitive swim is taking place. So, you know, we're kind of promoting the water park deal with the, you know, trying to get a competitive pool and all. So, anyway, it was a good event. And
Chief Warner got to see that too while he was there.
yeah,
What's that?
Look at this nice little
the rendering.
rendering of the pool.
Yeah,
here, isn't it?
moved it out in the hallway. So they-
24 million, we'll take that. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll take whatever.
Go change that check to 24 million.
So awesome.
Yeah,
It's about what the stadium across the field cost.
yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, so, you know, busy in the pool, got all those groups going on. Jackie's done a great job kind of getting everybody located and making it happen. So, we're busy there every afternoon. In the fitness area, you know, Jess is our coordinator. She's also taken on the social media presence, and, you know, been doing the Meet Your Staff Friday thing, if y'all watch that. And so, and she writes that stuff. She does a nice job with that. I know she's working on, because like our membership, our classes, some of them have kind of a little bit like that. So she's trying to work on some new things to try to create some more incentive for participation. And she's working on everybody's certifications. That's kind of a focal point for everybody in that area. Membership, we had 98 new members last month, 40 new Cherokee. We had 549 walkers, so we had a good crowd there. We're going to, January 7th, we'll start another round of pickleball lessons. Doug will be back to conduct those. So that, and you know, we finished up a round here a couple weeks ago, and that went well. And you know, we get, you know, we're charging them rent for that thing, so every time it's $150 for us, so that's good. They just, we got up after last meeting. It was suggested that we put up some signs about kind of reiterate guidelines for the weight room area. So we have 2 signs. Got one of them up. Probably get the other one up tomorrow or the next day. And then we also, I don't know if y'all been in. We've had a table out front with the policies and all that. So we've updated all that in all areas. So and you know, I think we've printed off about 150 of them, and there's a few left, but they've been taking them, so that's good. The emergency action thing with the intruder shooter notification system. Okay, those lights and sirens are installed, so I'm finishing up kind of a protocol that we'll put on the wall, and so that people in there, and our staff has their own, but then our members will know. You know, it's an awareness thing, right? So we'll put that up so members can kind of begin to familiarize in the event, you know, we had something like that. I met with the high school volleyball coach, and we've been trying to talk about how to foster, you know, volleyball's just a couple years old in the state, and talked about how we can get some youth stuff going there. So we're going to probably try to do something in like February, March kind of a thing after the first of the year, and try to host a skills kind of a camp kind of a deal for a little while. We're working on the details on that, but that way we work kind of in conjunction with the school instead of you know, in contrast. Christmas parties the 6th, the Fat Toad. So hope everybody's invited, spouses, significant others, whatever the case may be.
What time?
And bring your ugly sweater.
Did you say what time?
6:30. Yeah.
On the 6th.
On the 6th. 6:30 on the 6th. Fat Toad. So we'll do that. So Christina Satina, that teaches a couple of our water aerobics class, you know, she ramrodded last year, but the Christmas parade. And so she asked me to see if we could find we'd like to have a trailer and a truck, and we'd like to use your compressor again if possible.
My computer, or my generator?
Yeah, generator, yeah, compressor, yeah, generator.
Absolutely.
And also, I don't know
I have a 16-foot trailer too.
do you? Okay. So you put some chairs on it or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I can put some hay bales on it and sit on it.
All right. Are you willing to tow it? I didn't know if you'd be busy.
Well, I'll be
Directing
busy
traffic.
because I'm in the start line, but I can bring all that to you.
Okay.
And then I
Yeah.
can bring it out here like I did last year, leave the trailer and the generator with you and
Yeah, because
go with it.
we'll need something to tow it with, of course.
I just go online and have one of the girls go online and register you guys.
I did.
Okay. You're already.
Yeah, we're already registered. Yeah. I did that, so.
I deleted you, but I'll put you.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
What
we're-
night?
Yes, just
We're not-
remind me of all of
What
this.
Okay.
night's the parade?
6 o'clock,
What night?
Saturday.
December 7th.
Yeah,
Okay,
next-
that's what I
yeah.
thought.
We've already got 29 entries. It's gonna be big this year, I'm telling you.
Wow.
Because the theme is holiday movie classics. So a lot of the floats are gonna be like the Elf or Miracle on
Oh,
whatever
that'll be
street that
good.
is.
Oh,
or-
cool, yeah.
Die Hard.
I always say, well,
Die Hard.
Miracle on Elm Street, oh no, that's not Freddy Wilson.
34th Street, is it 34th?
Die Hard.
Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie.
Well, I didn't
I believe it
I
is.
wasn't
I
in the
do
parade
too.
last year, but I'm telling you, it looked like they had so much fun. I was like, man, I wish I'd
Yeah.
done it.
We
So,
had
yeah, it looked
72
so fun
entries
from the
last
wreck, yeah.
And I wanna get 100 this year.
Yeah,
And we have the downtown events, events going, we partner with Main Street, they're gonna be doing their thing downtown starting at 11 o'clock. And then Santa Claus is doing his thing.
okay.
He just went and bought $550 worth of bikes today, and
Oh, wow.
they bought, and then
Nice.
the chamber sponsored the 550 on the bikes, and then they had lots of people give them some, so.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
So the parade starts at 6?
We have a sound system that'll reach all the way down the route, and then I have a stage in the middle.
Where's it
We'll be able
start?
to make announcements all day long, the boat show.
At the middle school on the east end, okay.
So
And
it's
then we're
like the-
starting the, December 7th.
Right, at 6 o'clock, but then all the bunch of activities start at
9 o'clock,
11?
11 o'clock.
During the day.
Okay.
They're during-
And then we have the Palooza, those should, just so you guys know, on the Palooza, the downtown Palooza, in partnership with Wheat Street. We're giving away $10,000, it'll be a $3,000 winner, 3 $1,500 winners, and 5 $500 winners.
Oh, nice.
And we have 22 businesses participating, so for every $5 you spend in that store, you get a ticket.
Okay.
That starts on November 21st, and we wanted to do it so it would tie in
Next
with
Thursday, yeah.
Black Friday and Small Business Saturday.
Sure, yeah.
And we're gonna tie in Shop Local with all of that. So I partnered with the Main Street program this year, brought them into it, so that we can focus on our city,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's good.
to drive more revenue, so that we can get more tax for revenue for the recs.
Pay our bills, that's right.
Okay. Now, I got one more, go ahead. when you finish.
I just had one thing, one more thing. I was kind of looking maybe to get the blessing to do a little bit of, way back when we were looking at moving the front desk and all that business to gain more control. Well, we're just still having conversation about how can we do that less expensively. And so we've got a couple of ideas, but, whether it's, build a kind of just a sheetrock wall kind of a thing, or get some of those pedestals with the straps on them, like at the movie theater or something like that.
Yeah.
Because those are really inexpensive.
So that you can corral people.
Yeah, corral. So we just can, because everybody they like to just head to the side still, and some of them will come back, put their stuff down, then they'll come and they'll check in, or they won't. And, we're looking at adding another senior membership with, through some of these, right now we have Renew Active and Silver Sneakers. Well, there's another one called Ash Fit. And there's a lot of companies out there, and we don't take that one right now. And of course, any of those our money's predicated on everybody checking in. Mm-hmm. And some check in and some don't. And if we can get everybody going right to the front, it helps our people, and it'll help us, It's a revenue
I'm
deal.
100% for that. And I never even thought about
So,
the airport stuff that they use at the airport.
yeah, well, that would be an inexpensive way, I think, to pull it off. The one thing so if you come to the desk, and then go to the weight room or to the pool area, the issue is going to be, because we need a gate, an exit gate, because there's 2 pillars over here, it's kind of the way our building's configured. There's 2 of those metal pillars with blocks around them, and it's pretty wide. But we've got to bridge that gap with some sort of gate. And that'll be a little bit more. Those pedestal things are about $110 a piece. And we probably need at least 6 of those. So, point being, I'd like to do a little research on that, maybe bring that back for next meeting, because it'd be nice to do that at the beginning of the year, because I think it'll help us. I really do. And it'll make it a little better and easier for our workers too. They won't have to track people down and just, it just gets messy kind of, and if you're coming up to the desk, you know, you're more apt to go ahead and, hey, do I need to pay my membership, you know, when I swipe, or, because we still have some, it's interesting to watch people's behavior. You know, some of them, they kind of cruise right in like they know what they're doing, you know, and then they never come back, you know, and so, anyway.
I'm in agreement with that.
So I'll do a little research and bring a couple of things, and
You got Maintain Don't Gain about to start.
yes,
I remember I
yes,
saw that.
yeah, that's next week, I believe. Yes, I'm sorry, yeah.
21st maybe?
Why?
The Maintain Don't Gain.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if Jess sent me stuff, I must have missed that in her email. But yes, we do have
I
that.
saw a sign.
Yeah, I saw the sign too today, yeah. Okay, that's all, you said you had
So
something?
I have just one anomaly that I seen in the financials.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm always gonna be looking at this.
What sheet are you
Credit
looking
card
at?
expenses, credit card and related expenses. And we have it budgeted for 18,000. And then, so in year to date, we've done 3,000. Most of that was done in July, and then you've got 188 just in August. But I know this report is not final, but there's an anomaly there because
Yeah.
I would expected that to be more.
Yeah, that's a good point, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I'll,
And did you ever get with that guy to get us on a program where we could save money?
yeah, with
So
Clint,
Well, I would hope maybe that might be
Yeah.
the result of that.
yeah,
That would be fabulous.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, because that's $18,000 ticket item, we spent
Yeah.
20,000, I think, on last year.
yeah,
So, I don't know, I just wanted to point that out to you as an anomaly.
Yeah. I'll dig into that a little bit and see what,
Because I looked at the rest of the line item expenses and they were all pretty much the same, but that one stuck out there for me.
yeah,
So, that's all I have.
okay, good.
All right, well,
Okay.
thank you very much, sir, for your report. Any new business? Agenda. Number 9, unforeseen business. Seeing none, thank you guys very much for serving on this board. Appreciate your work on this, and I appreciate you guys.
And it-
We all coming in here and working together.
And if
We'll
you,
always continue to say that.
and if you do have a possible nominee for a board member, here's a picture, I printed that
Yeah,
off.
we
so-
need one more board member.
Yeah, we still need one more board member that lives in the city limits.